How's it going, YouTube? Boy, oh boy, time sheet is a-flying. It is Tuesday. We're almost at Turkey Day, friends. It's going to be a good one, hopefully, for all of you folks. Mine's going to be busy one way or another, but that's just the way the ball bounces sometimes. But this is part 3 in my sort of developing series on what to do if your truck gets hit. Now, in the past 2 videos, I talked exclusively from the point of view of someone who is the aggrieved party. I was hit. I did not hit anybody else. I was at rest. I was in the sleeper berth. I was shut down for the night. And, another driver backed into me and did some damage to my truck. From the outside, it looks cosmetic, but this is where it gets real sticky because I just got off the phone with the field adjusters that come out and look at my truck and do a basic write-up of his assessment. And then my next step is going to be to get it over to the body shop I've chosen so they can look at it and then write their estimate, and then the adjuster and the body shop can get together and compare notes and make sure everything is properly documented and that no matter what, at the end of the day, I'm taken care of. Now, the other party in this issue, they've been reaching out to me with reasonable consistency to try to make sure that they keep the option on the table to settle this with a direct payment to me for the damage, which, as I spoke about in the last video, I appreciate that because I don't want, if I can avoid having them get hit with the insurance for what really was a minor incident, it would be, I would feel better about that. But on the other side of that point, I need to make sure first and foremost that both my equipment and my business is taken care of appropriately, which means making sure all the damage is properly assessed, properly looked at, and properly repaired and taken care of. Because, if I want to trade out of this truck at some point in the next year, I need it to be a vehicle that's going to be safe for the next owner to operate. So making sure this gets properly fixed is a major point for me. But that brings me to what I'm talking about here, and that is, despite whatever the other party in an incident like this says to you, make sure that you go through your insurance at least through the point of having a documented estimate by the field adjuster and the body shop so that you have paperwork in the possession of yourself and or your insurance company in case something goes sideways with the other party. Because the field adjuster just told me it's not that first payment that matters, it's the last payment, the one that makes sure that your truck has been properly, completely, and fully repaired and restored to its pre-accident condition, right? So that's, you got to make sure you take care of yourself first. Despite whatever desire you might have to accommodate the other party and not have them take a hit for a minor incident, Because if the other party in any capacity, especially when they're at fault, and you can document that they're at fault, as I have, if the other party in any capacity decides not to fulfill repairing the truck in any capacity, either paying for it directly to you or paying the body shop for the repair, at that point, your defense, your best defense, is to make sure that you go through the insurance, that your claim is still open, and that you will be able to take care of it. So make sure you go through that process, because that's going to be the most important step, to make sure that you are covered when all is said and done, and when it comes time to put some money on the table and get this thing sorted out, right? So I hope you don't have to deal with this situation, but if you do, make sure you don't agree to anything with the other party until you've gone through the process and you've covered yourself completely, because we don't live in a world where people are honest. We don't live in a world where people are honorable. We live in a world where people are looking to do whatever they can to get ahead, to get rich, to make money, and be damned to anyone else who gets in their way. That's why we have insurance. In case someone tries to screw us, we've got defense. We've got a team on our side that's going to be able to fight for us and make sure that we are going to be made whole whenever these unfortunate situations happen. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that the other party in the situation is dishonorable or whatever, but they are the other party in the situation. They are at fault, and I don't know them personally. They're another company out of wherever. So there's a real possibility that they, at the end of the day, they could try to do something shady. I don't think so, but it is a possibility. So I've got to make sure I'm protecting myself, right? And so do you. With that being said, YouTube, it's time for me to get some go-go juice in this here rig, and I will see you down the road.